Okay, it is Sunday. The weather is beautiful. And as you can see, all the sliders and shackles are brand new. So now I have to release all my dock lines. There. One right there. That one there. And a two-way in the back. I've put on my sunscreen. I've got all my safety gear. The harness with the tether line so I can use my jack lines. Flotation device. My dog's flotation device. And a little solar panel so I can charge my cell phone. So I think I am ready. Well, as ready as I'm going to be anyway. It's only my second time sailing. So I'll film again once I'm on the way. I don't think I can handle filming and doing this at the same time. But I'll see you in a bit. So I left the dock. That was a little fun. I am now leaving Knapps Marina, and they've been so good to me. As you can see, the marina's been cleared. There's my car, my little Lexus. And this is gonna be a beautiful day. It's a simple plan. I'm just gonna head south, pull into the wind, drop my sails, take a break every once in a while, and before sundown, probably about 6 or so, I'm gonna pull to the mainland, the west side, drop anchor, and do the same the next day. I eventually want to reach Norfolk, Virginia, where I'll try to dock if they let me, and then do the same adventure again on a future date. Thank you once again, and we'll see how I do. So we sailed with motor for a little while. As you can see behind me, that's Knapps Marina where I left. I wanted to clear all those little buoys before I set up the sail. And as you can see, the sail is up. Now I'm using the motor one more time to get the right bearings. I want to go south by southwest. Once I do that, then I'll turn off the motor. Right now I am going about due west, so a little more to the port side. There's my wind. And let's do it. There we go. The motor is off. We're sailing. And again, it's a beautiful day. I just gotta head south. I wish you guys were here with me. It's a beautiful breeze. Not too hot, not too cold. Water is a little choppy, but it's beautiful. Thanks again. Just a side note, I bought this little outdoor solar power. It's got 4 little solar panels and hooked it up to the stern. So I tied it up with these little hooks. And it is charging my cell phone very nicely, actually. So not a bad purchase. So let's see if I can show this to you. I want to be heading due south, which is that way. Unfortunately, I am heading south by southwest, about 250 degrees. The reason I can't go straight south, I'm pointing straight into the wind. So south wind can't sail south, so I have to sail southeast. When I get far enough, I'll tack and then head southwest, and then I'll head southeast. I'll have to keep zigzagging until the wind changes. It's going to take longer, but as you can see, that is the west coast of Maryland, and that's the east coast of Maryland. So I'm almost in the middle. I'll go further and then I'll tack. Okay, so I successfully put my bow to the wind. That way I slowed down to a stop. I dropped my sail, tied it all up. Unfortunately, Apollo got himself all tied up at the same time. So that cost me a little bit of a grievance. I got the engine going, and I'm gonna try to anchor somewhere right there. I don't know why, it just looks cozy. I'll film again once I start anchoring. Well, I really don't know if this is a good spot or not, considering this is my first time anchoring. But I figure it's a pretty spot. We have a fisherman there. So I dumped my anchor over until the road started. So the chain is all out, and then the rope started. Then I tied my rope to a cleat. I threw the engine in reverse until I felt the tug, and now I'm just waiting. The rule is, from what I remember, is to take something visual and then something behind it visual and then mark them. If your anchor doesn't hold, then those two distances will change. So I'm trying to find something. Probably those houses back there and that tree right there. So if I'm being dragged, those distances are going to change. And I'm going to look at that for about 10 minutes. If my anchor holds, I'm sleeping here tonight because I'm exhausted. I've been sailing since 7 in the morning, and it's almost 4 o'clock now. Apollo needs to be fed, and he hasn't peed or pooped, so I'm assuming he's going to pee and poop on the boat because my dinghy is pretty screwed up right now. And then I need to eat my dinner, drink some fluids, take another of those seasickness pills, and then I'm off to bed. Thanks again. I might film just one more time before I go to sleep. Thank you. Good morning. This is day 2 of the sailing adventure. I successfully pulled anchor, which was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I've seen some videos where people pull the anchor and then have to come back, turn on the motor, go forward, go backwards to dislodge it, and then go back and then pull the anchor some more. It just looked like a mess. So I was actually very afraid of it, but it came up quite easily. It was a bit of a rough night. It was very windy, so I had a lot of, being thrown back and forth. And somehow there was a bunch of flies in my cabin. I really hate flies. But other than that, today looks about the same as yesterday. Just a very nice breeze. I'm sailing at about 1.5 to 2 knots, which is very slow. But for a beginner like myself, that's actually perfect. It's a little choppy this morning. As you can see, the waves are throwing me around a little bit. So my destination is just south of me. I need to cross that one spot where you're looking at, and then once I do that, head south for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then there's a marina there that I've already notified, and they're going to allow me to stay for the month. If the weather stays like this, I should be docked by maybe 1 or 2 p.m. Anyways, I'll let you know if anything else happens. Docking is going to be interesting because I've never really done that before. Well, once, but I had a lot of assistance. So this will be interesting. Thanks again for joining me on this little ride. I'll film again if anything happens. Thank you. So the wind even died even more. Now I'm down to like half a knot, which is basically just floating. So I turned on my engine at about 25% so I don't waste all my battery. And my destination, you definitely can't see it from here, but it is dead ahead. Distance can be very deceiving, so I'm assuming 2-3 hours from now at this rate. With the engine, I'm going about 2 knots. But it is such a beautiful day. I could not ask for anything better. Maybe just a little more wind. So, extremely unlucky. I can see my destination right there. But look at the calm waters. There's no wind whatsoever. And my electric battery is telling me that it's down to 65 volts. I think I need at least 72 to even turn it on. So it looks like I'm stuck here. It's a pretty view, but I'm just floating. I can either wait until I get some wind, but even then I need the motor to dock. So I'm depending on this little tiny solar panel to charge up my battery enough to turn on the engine, and then I can dock safely. Otherwise, I'm just going to get close to the land whenever the wind picks up and just drop anchor. Eventually this battery will charge up. Very unfortunate.